How many people, just out of curiosity, have built something with their hands in the last year? Not IKEA furniture. Okay, this is an upscale crowd, perhaps not IKEA, although I know many of you do have IKEA. So I want to wrap up doing two things. I want to hear very, very quickly. I'm going to point at you what your one-word takeaway. If there's one word, you're going to go back and share with someone what you took away from this. But it could be a feeling or a word. We're going to do it very quickly. While we're doing that, there's going to be polling up. And I'm going to ask you the question, are you leaving this session more optimistic about the future of manufacturing or less optimistic? So I'm going to start here. What's your word?
More.
More? If you're not looking at me, I'm just going to go. More. More, lots of more. Productivity.
Skills.
More skills. Talent. Humanity. Collaboration. More.
Skills.
Connectivity. Human-centric. Disruption.
Integration.
Connectivity. More.
Better paying jobs.
Better paying jobs. Connectivity.
Economic mobility.
Back there.
Retraining.
Material
Material science.
science.
Manufacturing.
Mind factoring. Evolution.
Human-centered.
Human-centered. Collaboration. Productivity. Let's go a little faster. Cooperation. New skills. Stagnation. Innovation. Cooperation.
Integration.
Anyone back here? Partnership. Back here? Opportunity. Anyone else? It seems like a great setup for you, Francisco. We heard a lot of more and skills, and I know one of the things that you are doing is bringing that collaboration, that connectivity together. So do you want to say one thing about the platform?
Just briefly, I mean, advanced manufacturing and production is one of the big 18 platforms for action and impact that we have here at the forum. So I think it's building on what Michael said. It's an invitation for all of you to stay engaged. I think the key thing is that we need businesses, governments, academia, and civil society working together to be able to capitalize on the new opportunities and make sure that at the same time no one is left behind.
Okay, well, we're leaving with 67% are leaving more optimistic. So
All right.
I want to thank the panel for firing us up. My number was 35%. Wow. Last word?
It was a great event.
What a great meeting.
Collaboration.
Change.
Change. Thank you, everyone. Have a great Davos.
You did a great job.
Hey everyone, it's the XRP agent. So we finally have live Davos. Looks like their signal's kind of weak. But I'm live streaming for you. Thought it was my connection at first, but I did a speed test. Everything shows okay on my end, so I guess it's their end. Okay. Anything else on their platform? Yeah, I was afraid of this. They end something and then they just stop streaming. Click on agenda, see what else is on the agenda. The time right now in Davos is 10:19 in the morning. California is 1:19 in the morning. So see what's this? Okay, let me see what's going on. Trying to go back and find the agenda where it has the dates, calendar, and events. Live session. Okay. Currently, there's no program on this feed. We've seen this one. is it. Paste this in here. This is give me some good stuff. There we go. So what time is it? 10. It starts 10:45. Okay, that's not playing. Nothing there. Nothing there. This one's definitely not going to be there. Tweet this. Opening conference. Doesn't look like it's doing anything. Trying to find the live stream. Nothing's live yet. They had one just go off. Hello, everyone. This is the XRP agent. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to find some content, but nothing as of yet. Maybe play some content from the day before to fill in some time. The next thing starts. No, that's a musical. I do not want to mess with any copyright stuff. Award ceremony. It seems like their site is kind of like slow a little bit. Yeah, this one looks like it's going to be a little musical too. Well, I'll play this one again just in case for people that didn't see it already. We'll play this until the next this is something else.
So thank you so much. It's such an honor and such a pleasure to be part of the opening ceremony of the 50th World Economic Forum.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to this press conference on behalf of the International Monetary Fund. Thanks especially to our colleagues at the World Economic Forum, and thanks to them, this event is becoming a little bit of a tradition at Davos, where we give the update on our world economic outlook. I am delighted that we have with us today the Managing Director of the IMF, Madam Kristalina Georgieva, who will be making some opening remarks. And we also have with us the IMF's Economic Counselor, Geeta Gopinath, just to my left, who will then offer more detail on the outlook. Geeta, of course, is also the Director of the IMF's Research Department. And next to Geeta is the Deputy Director of that department, Gian Maria Milesi Ferretti. And Gian Maria, of course, is very well known to all of you. So, with that, I will ask the Managing Director to kick us off, and then we'll hear from Geeta, and then we'll hear from you and to many colleagues who are on as well. Managing Director.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you all very much for coming. My gratitude to Klaus Schwab and the World Economic Forum for giving us a platform for this update. Those of you who were here last year are familiar with the format. It is a double act. I continue to follow my predecessor's tradition. I will provide the overview, and then our chief economist will give you all the important, very significant details. So let me start with the good news. After a synchronized slowdown in 2019, we expect a moderate pickup in global growth this year and next. We already see some tentative signs of stabilization. Recent data suggest that trade and industrial output are bottoming out, but we have not reached a turning point yet. Moreover, we are revising slightly downwards our October projections for 2019 as well as for 2020, 2020.
Yes, this is a recording from yesterday. Nothing is live as of right now, so I'm waiting for, let me make sure I copy this link just in case. Yeah, right now it's 10, what time is it in Davos? It's 10:34 in Davos, and the next thing is going to start at 10:45, and this is nothing live right now, and they don't have any recordings available as of yet. So I was just playing this one until we have something live.
And Geeta will give you the numbers as well as the explanation for this slight downward revision. The reality is that global growth remains sluggish, and when it is sluggish, this is on the way for countries to be able to boost incomes and living standards. And above all, we are all adjusting to live with the new normal of higher uncertainty. Yes, we have good news with the signing of phase one trade agreement between US and China. But the underlying causes for trade tensions and the fundamental issues of reform of the trade system are still with us. And just in the very first weeks of the new year, we have witnessed increased geopolitical tensions in the Middle East, and we have seen the dramatic impact that climate shocks could have. We saw them in Australia as well as
Hey, Cody, thank you for being a new subscriber.
So in that context, while in October we were able to sum up the economic forecast, well, or our judgment on the economy in 2 words, synchronized slowdown. With my apologies to you, now it's a little longer. It is 4 words. Tentative stabilization, sluggish recovery. And I can tell you we spent a lot of time trying to compress this into 2 words. We are still in the beginning of the year. It is still a good time for New Year resolutions. So what is our advice to policymakers? What could they take for the year? Our first piece of advice is keep doing what works. What we have seen working is the contribution of accommodative monetary policy. The fact is that monetary easing has, based on our assessment, added 0.5% to global growth. There have been 71 rate cuts by 49 central banks. This is the most synchronized monetary easing since the global financial crisis. And again, I want to stress it has delivered for the global economy. Just imagine if we didn't have this 0.5%, then we would have technically been talking about recession. But we are not. We have avoided that. However, we know that monetary policy is being used actively, cannot be the only way for the future to boost growth. We have seen some countries already using fiscal space, using fiscal measures, and taking me to the second advice to policymakers as a New Year resolution, we would say focus on boosting potential growth. And so when we are stressing boosting potential growth, we emphasize both a more systematic reliance on fiscal tools, as well as, very importantly, stepping up economic and financial reforms, lowering barriers to entry in service sectors, balancing the benefits and risk of fintech to boost the role of fintech, and concentrating on structural reforms in reskilling, upskilling, and so forth to boost potential growth. We are very keen to see more focus on building resilience in 2 aspects. One, resilience to potential financial system risks. You heard me, maybe some of you heard me talking about financial sector can play a role also in reducing inequality. Taking seriously climate risks and concentrating on building resilience to those risks and tapping into the opportunity a transformation to low-carbon, climate-resilient economy offers. We would like to be in an era when macroprudential tools are enhanced and their deployment expanded. Last but not least, be ready to act if growth slows again. Meaning, have in your portfolio projects that are ready to move if you need to boost your economy. And definitely be prepared, should there be a slowdown, for a more synchronized action, so a coordinated fiscal response can boost growth. Spirit of cooperation. This is why we are all here in Davos, to nurture that spirit. We have to take these New Year resolutions, not just for 2020, but for the whole decade ahead of us. In some ways, the beginning of this decade has some eerily reminiscent of the 1920s. High inequality, rapid spread of technology, and huge risks and rewards in finance. For the analogy to stop right there and go no further, acting together in a coordinated manner is absolutely critical. I want to finish with a quote from Tolstoy, from Anna Karenina. And the quote is, it's a beautiful quote, "All the variety, all the charm, all the beauty of life is made of light and shadows." For the future of the 20s, acting together, cooperating more, will bring more light, can dispel the shadows. And may that be our New Year resolution for the 20s, for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Managing Director.
All right, I think I'm going to restart my system just to make sure that it's not me lagging. Because on my signal size, it shows that I'm giving off a good signal. But when I'm playing this recorded video, it's sputtering, like it's lagging. Now let me see if this thing is should be like 10:43 their time. Let me see if this is oh, it's not up yet. Hey Cody, you need to watch out your language. This is a nice, wholesome show. Yeah, it's cool for you to be invested in other coins. Hey, that's fine. But I don't promote other coins on this channel. But yeah, diversify. That's fine. But don't get pissed off. Don't need to get pissed off. We're all happy-go-lucky here, and everyone keep the the comments clean. So you never know who's gonna be watching. Might be some kids watching. You never know. So you always want to be respectful for each other. That's all I ask. Keep it happy-go-lucky, and the Lord will bless you. But yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer and come back in a few minutes.